What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a Dodge Challenger Hellcat hood in Octane Red chilling in the garage. I just wanted to show you, a buddy of mine dropped it off. Mostly it was for a test panel for me to just practice little combinations of pads and polishes, a little wet sanding here and there. I don't think this needs wet sanding, but we're going to be taking out pretty much all of the defects. We're going to show you in a second what this car hood has as far as defects, and kind of go over my plan. But so today I'm just going to show you a little bit of, you know, there's just a lot of swirls, and you know, obviously you can just tell all across the car hood there's just, here's some like etching, there's water etching in here, and a couple little deeper scratches right there. Nothing crazy. There's definitely a good bit of orange peel, and obviously rock chips. It is a hood, so there's some, I think this probably was an attempt at filling in a rock chip. There's just rock chips all over the place. Needs a very serious clay bar, so that'll obviously be first. I'm not sure what these lines are here, but there's a line going all the way across here, more lines, vertical lines, some more scratches here, here's one here, but all of this stuff should come out. Not really worried about it, so I'm gonna mess around with this. Some serious shit here. I don't know what that is, but down in this area it took a nice beating. We took the vents out and that little center piece there just so that we could, look at that. I'm not gonna lie, this was the color of the Hellcat and the Trackhawk, so I'm just not used to seeing this color paint in this condition, so it's kind of like a shocking thing. My paint, you know, obviously you're never ever gonna be able to avoid swirl marks and love marks and stuff, but I never had any of this stuff. Not even, I mean, in the beginning you get the minor stuff, so new vehicles you get your light correction and you put your coating on and you just take care of your vehicle, and this doesn't happen. But there was a lot of stuff here. This is stuff that I'm not going to be able to like possibly fix much. Feels a little rough. This should be okay. I should be able to get that out. But yeah, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to clay it, show you the hood after I clay it, and I'm going to actually, I got so many polishes to test out, but I'm actually going to give this the Oberk test. I've been wanting to try my Oberk products out quite a bit, so what I'm going to do is hit it with the polish on my Rupes little 5.5 inch setup. I'm going to just try, obviously, least aggressive first and see how this clear reacts to that. Let's see if we can get it knocked out with just the polish, and then what I might do is go over that again with potentially a gloss pad with a perfect finish. But if the polish itself doesn't exactly do what it needs to, I have the cut and the microfiber pads. So we're gonna give it a go and just see what kind of transformation. I'm not gonna film too much of like the doing right now because I don't really have the tripod the way I need it and whatnot, but I figure I'll make this video shorter by not showing all that. Maybe a couple little things here and there, but we'll see. Let's just see what we could do. Alright, so we're getting set up here. I just gave this a nice clay, and yep, everything's still there, obviously. But paint's nice and smooth. I did have some adhesive over here. I got most of it off. There's a nice little mark here though. It's gonna come out, but this is Disgusting. Gross. But everything's cleaned up, it's prepped, it's ready. It's actually gonna be fun for me. I'm trying out my new polisher. It is the LE, the Liquid Elements T4000 V2. It's actually from Germany, 950 watt, 230 volt. So just to run this, and I'm one of the few in the country with this, just to run this, I need a step up, step down transformer connected to the wall, which is actually hilarious. But I saw this online, some of the guys were using it. I follow a lot of detailers, a lot of them are from the UK. It actually looks really cool, the handle design. It's pouring outside, but I actually really like this. Garage door open, messing around with some paint on the hood. This is actually fun. Good times, man. Having fun, just living life. This is what it's all about. Let's see if we can make some dent in this. We're gonna start out with the number 2. Step 2, the polish with the red pad. Oh, it's really coming down. I'm actually digging this. Like a big old storm, nice little breeze, maybe no bugs coming in because of the rain. This is nice. So I'm gonna step it up to something more aggressive. There's a lot of stuff here that the polish is just not strong enough to get. I had a feeling that was gonna happen anyway, so we have the microfiber, and we're gonna go with the cut. Gonna bring you in, but I'm gonna tell you, this is some serious stuff. Very, very good stuff, and this pad is incredible, and this machine is super, super stout. Very, very good, low vibration, very smooth machine. Let me show you where we are now. Here we go. Pretty much took out, obviously that was the rock chip, but all of that stuff that was there is gone. I'm gonna compound the rest of the hood, try to get an idea of what we're working with here. This is all good. It just doesn't look great in the video, but I mean, obviously there's marks here that just can't be fixed. Rock chips and paint stuff, but so far I think the compound is really good. Does it need to be followed up with polish? Probably not, but I probably will anyway, so that's just that. I'm eager to see, instead of working my way down that way, I'm gonna actually cut across here and then maybe do the bulge, because I want to attack this next and see what the compound does to that stuff. Okay, so had to pull out the 3000 grit real quick, only because there was just something here. It's very faint, if not gone at all. There was a bunch of like little things here in the one line. Obviously can't get rid of that, like I said, and can't get rid of that, but we're starting to get some really good paint. So I'm gonna re-hit this again with the compound. It's very faint right here, very faint, but I just did this area already, so it's looking pretty good. Okay, quick pass with the Oberk, and all of those scratches that were there, including the sandy marks, all gone. Looks awesome, awesome, awesome. Now don't mind this, that's not imperfections in the paint, that's just this ugly silver thing, but looks good. It looks really, 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 really good. So we're gonna continue with this. I just want to stop and tell you real quick, if you don't have a Lake Country 4000 cleaner, I mean, I guess you could still use the compressed air thing, Tornado, or whatever you want to do, but that thing, bro, like, it's just, it cleans so well. You get so many more uses out of each pad per job. It's incredible. Obviously, you know, if you're going excessive, I would be switching pads anyway, just because of heat and blah blah blah, 'cause you don't want to mess around with the backing plate on these things and cause separation of glue or whatever happens. Never had that happen, but this, it's just so clean. It gets all the gunk out. You give it a little twisty twist on there on high speed, and it's pretty much good to go. You just reprime it a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't even go as excessive, and you're good to go. Oh, that's the only issue though with the microfiber is, you know, you want to make sure these fibers are good, but you know, you might waste a little bit more product, but that's just the nature of the microfiber pads. But we're making progress, baby. We're making progress. Alright, it's getting kind of late. I'm only messing around doing this as I have time. I'm gonna go upstairs, watch a movie with the family, but just want to show you, pretty much finished with compound except for tiny little area over here. There's a couple tiny little marks, but the rest of it is pretty good. So I'm basically just gonna mess around with this. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to hit it with some polish and see, you know, what level we can take this to. I'm pretty happy and shocked that this section, there was some serious stuff. If you remember here, this section came out pretty good. 2 passes, but nothing crazy. The major stuff did take a second pass with less passes as the original, if that makes any sense. But, you know, like I said, just right here and up, I'm gonna hit it with the 2-inch on my Carbon Collective polisher, and right here I didn't do this little thing right there. But that's it. I only had to do wet sanding on that one section up there. I thought this was gonna need it, but it didn't. This is supposed to be a test panel. I take things way too seriously. This is just like to mess around. What I can say from this is the Oberk is really, really good. I didn't get a chance to mess around with the polish too much, only that one little pass, but obviously it didn't do much because there was just deeper imperfections. But I got my 3M Trizac and my KXK, so that's what we're gonna stick with on the remaining sections. I'm gonna clean my pads from a previous thing that I did, and yeah, I'm gonna go up. So as I come right back, we'll be messing around with the polish section and probably, hopefully, get a little bit decent results to show you, but I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty much the same. Alright guys, it's the next day. Just finished up a couple little touch-ups, mostly like in these crevices here where I noticed that, you know, obviously a 5.5 inch wasn't able to cut it. So I went in that area with the 2-inch Eurofiber pads from Buff and Shine on the Carbon Collective. Took care of it. I'm having an issue, obviously the door's open, so I'm getting freaking dust pissing me off here. But I got rid of, I would say, almost everything except for the stuff that just really can't go. I don't know if you look back at the beginning of the video, this area was super trashed. There was lines everywhere on this hood centerpiece here, and you know, like I said, there could be a straggler or two max. Everything came out really, really nice. I went over it with the actual polish, and the red pad didn't seem to change a whole hell of a lot. I still did a whole pass on it, just because you're not going to do one section, and then if there is even a slight difference, then it's not going to be uniform. It's going to look stupid, and I'm going to lose my mind. So, but yeah, this is kind of sort of where we're at. I think it looks tremendously better. I'm very excited. I hope to do more videos like this if you guys are interested. Hopefully the next time I'll have a way to potentially, I guess, just film while I'm doing it. This part came out probably the best. I'm very happy with. There was some pretty deep scratches there that had to be wet sanded out, and you know, truth be told, it's like the second time I've ever wet sanded. The first time on that little BMW fender, this is the second time. So I'm by no means any expert. Nothing I'm doing is expert, but you learn by doing, or at least that's how I learned by doing. You can see some serious orange peel. I wanted to use this hood to take out orange peel, but then I got to the point where it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it at all. I just feel like this is, you know, it was like $150 hood. So my buddy basically bought it on a chance that I could make it look a lot better, and then he can sell it because there's no other damage to it. And other than the tiny little rock chips that we're gonna probably touch up, I think everything else came out really, really nice. I gotta say though, I'm super in love with this cart. It's incredible. I got a spot here for my phone, which is cool, and it's got, you know, room for my pads if I want. I got all my polishes here, my panel wipes. I got my Flairosol bottle for my wet sanding. I've got room for 2 polishers, potentially more, but obviously, you know, I'm only gonna be using like 2 at a time. I don't even really need this here. I could put this on top, but you know, obviously I only use these 2. So we went through. This was the shock of the day. Super nice. I'm just like obsessed with this handle. It felt good. This was a very cool machine. I'm super happy to have it. I only used these 2 machines, so it's a pretty cool setup. And you know, it sucks that you have to have a step up, step down generator, but to have something that's different. I mean, is this better than my Rupes 15? I don't know. I can't. It could be on par, very close. Maybe the Rupes is a little bit better for the fact that it's got the progressive trigger, and it's got a. I like the Rupes selector a lot better because of the way it is. It's a lot thicker. But this is. It looks cool, and it's smooth, and it gave me 0 issues throughout the correction of the hood. And I get it. It's only a hood. So when you do a whole car, that's the real test, but I haven't done a whole car with it yet. I will do a whole car with it, and you know, once we start messing around with a lot more of my machines, I have quite a few. I've got my Flex forced rotation, I got my Rupes Melee 15mm Rupes, 21mm Rupes, my 3-inch Rupes, I've got my Max Shine 15, I got my old school Porter cable, I've got my Flex Nano. Look at the shine on this thing. This is like, no, there's not even protection on this yet. I gotta touch with my boy. I gotta find out, do you want me to put a coating on it? Probably not. I don't know if like, what the new owner of this hood's gonna wanna do, so I might just mess around and put whatever, maybe a little old school action, put some Prima banana gloss, bring back the flavor, or I could try one of these I got too many things. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're an OCD OG, I truly appreciate you. If you liked this type of video, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure you hit a thumbs up, and I would truly appreciate you telling some people, anybody, friends, family, somebody, to subscribe. It helps, keeps the morale up. You know, I'm not trying to be a full-time YouTuber by any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, it does take more work to film than to just do this. I could just do this and I'm happy. I'm in my zone. I'm dealing with what I'm loving to do. It's my happy place. But, you know, I love you all, and I try to film more, so who knows, maybe somebody will get some kind of benefit out of it. Got to see something a little different, and now here I am rambling as usual, so I will shut up now. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and humble. I'll see you guys on the next one.